Okay, let's take a look at our Bluebeam scripts. These are going to work in Review Extreme 20 or 21. What we're trying to do here is eliminate some of the tedious stamping of plans. I've prepped a 24 by 36 here so you can see what we're trying to do. These up here are all custom stamps. This is California stamp 24 by 36. Just to show you what this does, this is a 24 by 36 piece of paper. So we can click that and the stamp will add to all pages in this file and flatten it. So we've got our Californias, multiple pages, our page sizes, Colorado's, Nevada, and a prelim, which also puts the prelim date on there. And that's custom for each time you stamp it. So what we're going to do is run through how to set this up. We're going to go up to Batch and Script. Mine are, what are we going to do? Script Manager, Add. Nope. Oh, there they are. Okay, yep. So we're going to go to Scripts here, and we're going to go plus. This is the screen we're going to want to get to. Okay, so before we do that, let's get to those scripts. So we're looking at Google Drive, ZE SketchUp, R&D, and then we're going to come to Bluebeam scripts. And let's just start with the Word document that has all the information in it we need to copy paste. So for California, well, I guess these are all page breaked, so they're easy to track. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to copy the code, all right? And this is just the first time you have to set this up. Unless for some reason you uninstall Bluebeam and then reinstall it, you'll have to reset it up. But for now, this is the way to do it. So we'll copy that. Oops. Come back into Bluebeam, and we're just going to go to Add. What do we call these things? So it's standardized. We can just copy that first. 24 by 36. This is what's going to show up when you hover over the icon. So we're going to come in, we're going to import. So we're going to go back to that same spot we were just at, which is going to be R&D. I have that shortcutted. So Google Drive, ZE SketchUp, R&D, Bluebeam scripts. We're doing a California stamp, so we're going to click that one. Cool, and that's going to give us our CA right there, so we can quickly see which one we're doing. Back in here, we can copy the code. There, delete that extra line out, and then we can click OK. I'm not going to do that just because mine's already set up and I don't want multiple named the same. So click OK, and then that'll be saved in here. It's going to look like this. So what we can do is, you can see that that's exactly what we just pasted in. We're going to run through that, excuse me, for all of the various stamps. So we've got 3 for each: California, Colorado, Nevada, and our prelims. The CBC and IBC, that would be paste pages for calc sets for the first couple pages that are printed out of EnterCalc. They're set up for all those extra notes that we don't type into EnterCalc. So as long as we continue to do not page lists, but code info and data sheet out of EnterCalc and not other programs, we can use those ones. So you'll paste those ones into, which is right there at the top, IBC codes, IBC and CBC. So we'll run through, you'll add all those in, come through the whole set here. It's a little tedious, but again, you only have to do it once. All right, once we have those all in there, what we can do is come back into Bluebeam. We can, let's see, if we add it to toolbar, there we go. So just pick one of them, just highlight one and just add to toolbar. And what we're going to do here is we are going to click just one of these to prove that it works. And we're going to, I think it's just a, nope, it's not. It's already there. So if I got rid of 24 by 36, where is this? Sorry, I haven't done this in a while. Oh, categories. There we go. So we can go all. It's probably where it's defaulting to. We can come down to script. So what we're going to do here, add separator. Oh, let's just get rid of this one. Now it'll let me do it. Yeah, it doesn't want to let me do it because it was already in there. So ears aren't already going to be in there. So this should be the add command button. This arrow should just be clickable. So let's just click that one. Now I want to put this back where I had it. I did these in alphabetical order. It was just easier for me to see for the stamps for the states. I put the codes first and the IBC, or so CBC, IBC, and then the California, Colorado, Nevada, and prelim. So you're going to click OK. All right, and that's, mine's already populated. When you do this, it's going to populate up here. And you can drag these, obviously, to where you kind of want to go. And if you don't like it, we can always right-click and customize and go from there. So this I put under File because it was just the top one. These are all under File. You can create a custom. No, you can't. So I suggest just putting it under, oh yeah, you can, Toolbar, Advanced. It's going to make me call it out, but yeah, it's under Advanced. Just the first one at the top, so it was the top left of my screen. Once we have those in there, I always recommend when we do these things just to quit out of the software before you really try to use it, and then open it back up and make sure it works, just so that we aren't guessing whether it's going to work or not. And it's not as big a deal in software like Bluebeam that's pretty solid. With SketchUp, we'll see in other videos, it does do that. We want to save a file, even if it's a scratch file, just to lock in those settings. As with all this stuff, if you see a mistake in code or something that needs to be tweaked as you're playing with these things, just write it down, let me know, and I will tweak it as necessary.